Imagine losing someone you love to a darkness that you never saw coming. A darkness that not even the trained eye of professionals could detect. Now imagine that after that tragic passing, something sinister begins to stalk you, lingering in the shadows of your home. This is a story of grief, haunting visions, and a desperate search for answers in the face of the unknown. Hello, I am Erudi, and welcome to Moonskull. If you are looking for tales of horror, the paranormal, sci-fi, and the unexplained, then you are in the right place. I'll tell you 4,000 wonderful fear addicts, as well as the 30% closet horror buffs who still have not subscribed, the story I just mentioned, but first, let me show you how you could show us your support. If you enjoy our spine-tingling tales and want to keep the nightmares coming, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Your support helps keep the shadows alive here at Moonskull. You can also use the donation link on the screen, which can be found in the description of the video below. Every little bit helps us bring you more wild stories from the unknown. Now, let's get back to Jack and Jill's chilling story. About a year ago, Jack found himself grappling with the profound loss of his girlfriend, Jill. They had shared a beautiful life together, filled with laughter and love. But that all changed when Jill's struggles with her mental health spiraled out of control. Jack remembers their last anniversary vividly. Their dinner in downtown LA was filled with joy and hope. But little did he know it would be their last moment of happiness together. As Jack returned from a dinner that should have been celebratory, the shadows of the past loomed heavy over him. Jill had been in the hospital, battling demons that no one, not even her doctors, could fully comprehend. Just a week after her discharge, tragedy struck. Jack's heart ached as he recalled how Jill had struggled, but he never imagined it would lead to her departure from this world. Jack settled into his own apartment, but a weight pressed down on him. It was a mix of sorrow and confusion. He turned on all the lights, hoping to ward off the shadows that seemed to cling to him. But as he lay on his bed, exhaustion washed over him, and he felt utterly alone. The emptiness echoed the silence that now filled his life without Jill. In the stillness of that night, Jack felt an overwhelming urge to roll onto his side. As he did, he was met with something he could have never prepared for. A face, hideous and twisted, appeared just a few feet away from him. Red eyes without pupils bore into his soul, sending a jolt of adrenaline coursing through his body. Jack could hardly comprehend what he was seeing. This isn't happening, he thought as he blinked, hoping it would vanish like a fleeting nightmare. But no, it was real. The horrifying figure lingered for just a moment as if it had materialized from the depths of his fears. In that instant, Jack felt as if he was looking into a mirror of the darkest part of his soul. What was that? He gasped, his heart racing as he sat up in bed, adrenaline pulsing through his veins. The shock of the encounter left him breathless, and though he wasn't afraid at that moment, the enormity of the situation crashed down on him like a tidal wave. He tried to brush it off, telling himself it was just his imagination running wild. But deep down, he knew he had seen something far too real to ignore. Desperate to escape the weight of his thoughts, Jack reached for the television remote, hoping to drown out the silence with noise. But the chilling visage had left an imprint on his mind. He recalled watching a movie called The Rite months later, where a similar sinister figure had appeared. The eyes, those haunting red eyes, struck him to his core. It felt as if the universe was taunting him, reminding him of that night. Weeks turned into months, and while the grief began to dull, the eerie presence did not return. But Jack couldn't shake the feeling that something was still out there lurking in the shadows. He sought comfort and faith, reaching out to a local priest. The kind man listened, assuring Jack that he wasn't losing his mind and that many had experienced things far stranger. Yet Jack could see the unease in the priest's eyes, a look that told him this wasn't a conversation that sat comfortably with him. "I just want to understand," Jack had pleaded. searching for answers in the wake of Jill's passing. The priest's words provided little solace, and Jack left feeling even more unsettled. In the quiet of his apartment, Jack often found himself reflecting on Jill, haunted by the memory of her laughter, but also the pain of her absence. And now he had also been touched by something inexplicable, something that lingered just beyond his understanding. Jack had come to one conclusion: if evil exists, then so must good. That realization humbled him, grounding him as he faced the chilling uncertainty of a life without Jill. And there you have it, folks, a haunting tale of love, loss, and the shadows that can linger long after our loved ones are gone. What do you think Jack saw that night? Do you believe that the presence he encountered was one connected to Jill's struggles? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want more of this wild, paranormal, real-life madness, make sure to smash that like button and hit subscribe, because we've got plenty more where that came from. I'm Erudi, and until next time, stay curious, stay cautious, and remember, sometimes the scariest things are the ones we can't explain.